Hello, I'm Roy Felstein with Vanna, the North American distributor for E.A.T and other fine audio brands. Today we're going to be unboxing the popular E.A.T C-sharp turntable. The table itself is double boxed, so make sure we can do this. Normally I would suggest that you remove the outer box and we'll just deal with the inner. But we're going to be bold and see if we can do this without separating the two boxes. C-sharp, the fully suspended turntable, but unlike the classic suspended turntable, it doesn't use springs, it uses 7 TPE cones. So first we have the manual and its quality sticker. We're going to set these aside for now. I would certainly suggest that you, on the other hand, read the manual before attempting to put the turntable together. So, the first thing that we see here is a carrier. This carrier holds the 2 front feet, sub-platter, clamp, and tone arm counterweight. So, let's pull the 2 feet out because we're going to need those relatively soon. All E.A.T turntables ship with the back middle foot attached. That's right, they have 3 feet. That prevents it from rocking. After all, tripod doesn't rock. I'm going to set that aside. Sub-platter. This is a 2-pound CNC milled hunk of aluminum fitted with a brass bearing well. Pull the dust cap off. And a PTFE thrust plate. Here we have the clamp. This is a bit of a misnomer. This clamp would only be threaded onto the spindle of the platter when we're fitting it to the turntable or removing it. Normally, this is going to be used as a weight when you're playing records. And of course, the tone arm counterweight. This is a 2-piece counterweight. With most of the popular moving coils, you're going to fit this insert. It's held in magnetically. With some of the lighter moving magnet cartridges, you would use it without the insert. I'm going to set that aside for now. Let's look at the other things that come in the box. Here we have the outboard speed controller. C-sharp is unique in the E.A.T line for having this outboard speed controller. Of course, that means we can change speed without having to take the platter off and move the belt, but this provides for a very precise control of speed. All E.A.T turntables use a DC power supply and have a precise oscillator, which is used with the AC motors to control speed. Now we have the power supply. This is an outboard DC power supply. This will hook up directly to the speed controller, and the speed controller hooks up to the turntable. Table. I'm going to pull the table out. I suggest having a cushioned spot to put this down, either carpeting or putting a towel down, because we need to fit the feet and we don't want to scratch the beautiful black lacquer. You'll notice that this particular table is not fitted with a cartridge. E.A.T offers it like this, where you can fit the cartridge of your choice, or as a package with an Autofon Quintet Black or the Joe No. 5 cartridge. So, first thing we want to do is fit the 2 front feet. Don't set them too snug, because after all, we're going to need to level the turntable once you've moved it to its your system's location. I also suggest loosening the back foot. That's been put on very snugly for transport, and when it's sitting right side up, that can be a little bit difficult to adjust otherwise. Okay. This is a bearing cover, protects the bearing, which is an inverted bearing fitted with a ceramic ball. You'll notice from this little tag that the turntable comes with 3 transport screws. You want to remove these, but you should retain these screws. Should you ever need to transport the turntable again, these will need to be fitted. As I said, this is a suspended turntable. So this sub-chassis is floating right now on 7 TPE cones. It could actually lift clear of the turntable. So we wouldn't want to turn it on its side without having these screws fitted to it. The C-sharp is fitted with a 10-inch version of E.A.T's C-Note arm. This arm is compatible with most cartridges on the market today. So, at this point, we need to go back to the box and pull out the accessory pack. In the accessory pack, you'll find the belt, tone arm cable fitted with a 5-pin DIN, the turntable side, and RCAs obviously for the preamp side, an anti-skate weight, a syringe of lubricant. You only use a very small amount of this lubricant. One small amount is put right on top of the ceramic bearing. The rest of it you will retain for future use. You'll also find some cleaning supplies, microfiber towel, white gloves to handle the turntable with, as well as a bag with all of the Allen keys that you would need for any adjustment on the C-sharp. So we can set this aside for now, because we're going to mount the sub platter onto the turntable. Please do this very carefully, because the ceramic ball could otherwise damage the PTFE thrust plate. Now we can fit the belt. At this point, we're ready to take the platter out of the box. The platter is in the box underneath the turntable itself. So we need to remove it from the box, pull out the foam packing, carefully lift the platter. Platter is a very substantial piece. This is a 10-pound platter, 13.6 inches in diameter. You'll notice that the weight is concentrated around the periphery. So between that and the 13.6 inch diameter, this has a greater moment of inertia than an equivalent, a platter of equivalent mass. You'll also notice the vinyl mat. This is permanently bonded on. It is made from recycled records. So it has exactly the same density as an LP, and it optimally couples the LP to the platter. This is when we will thread the clamp to the platter itself and fit it to the turntable. This is a lot easier done from the front. If you've never done this before, which I assume many of you haven't, it would be helpful to have a second person help you sight it. I've done it a couple times, so it's a lot easier for me. And then for normal operation, of course, we'd unthread the clamp and only place it on the record for use. If you need to pull a platter off, as you will if you ever need to replace the belt, I would suggest lifting initially only a short distance and making sure that the platter has properly separated from the subplatter before trying to lift it clear of the turntable. So we'll put it back on. And we need to connect the speed control. You'll notice that the speed control comes with a 5-pin DIN plug. This is the same type of plug that is used for the tone arm cable. This one is marked with a red dot, and on the back of the turntable, there's a matching red dot. So we do not want to connect this at any time to the output from the tone arm, as the cartridge can be damaged from the voltage from the speed controller. So we just line up the screw with the slot in the DIN plug, and then initially it's going to have a little resistance. Give it a firm push, and it will fit snugly. Okay, this is the tone arm cable provided with the C#. You'll notice that it's fitted with a 5-pin DIN at the tone arm side, and RCAs, obviously, to plug into a phono preamplifier. On the back of the turntable is the output from the tone arm. You'll notice it is not marked with a red dot, and this cable is not marked with a red dot. You're going to look for the screw and align it with the slot, and it's as easy as that. That's assembled everything we have in the box. In a forthcoming video, we will show you how to set the downforce and the anti-skate. Thanks for watching.